You ready?
Yep.
All right, we are here with the Patreon show, season 2, episode 12.
It's happening. It's real now. We've
It's a
uh
thing. We've done it.
we've made it for an entire year. That's kind of crazy.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah, I think we may have missed 1 or 2 episodes. But anyway, we're here. It's December. It's the off season. Oh, yeah, my microphone's over here.
What an off season it's been already.
Yeah, it has.
And
For who?
for all the players that are moving around. And what's up, disc golf talk and beyond? Thanks for joining in. Yeah, it's already been a crazy off season with a lot of player movement, and there's rumors of even more player movement. Um, who knows? We just heard today while Conrad and I were out doing a little something involving cameras earlier today. We saw that Matt Bell, who had announced that he was stepping away from DGA, has signed a deal with Thought Space Athletics.
Mm.
I know Thought Space, they do a ton of artwork for other projects and companies as well. And if you guys haven't checked out any of their stuff, if you go onto Infinite's website, infinitedisc.com, you can check out the Thought Space Athletics link, and they've got some of the most beautiful stamps and artwork in the game, like bar none. Like their stuff just looks incredible. What's up, Ben Liena? So Ben's making big moves this all season. Talking about he moved his bed this morning.
Whoa, that's a
That's
big
pretty
thing.
big. Yeah,
That's a lot. Takes a lot of commitment, a lot of effort.
it does. I had to take out my queen size mattress on Monday night, and I guess you don't realize how heavy a mattress is until you have to physically move it around the house again, and then drag it down a driveway.
No, oh, that's ooh. I just have to flip ours. We have a king size
Oof.
double pillow top. There's one on the top and the bottom, so that we flip.
Yeah.
Oh man, that thing has to weigh like 300 pounds. It feels like when I have to move it.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. But yeah, congrats on the big move there, Ben. Awesome to see. Ben also a member of DGA Dis. He is now the face of DGA Dis now that Matt Bell is gone. So no pressure, Ben. It's all on you now to go out there and win every big event there is. We know you can do it, bud. Just give him a breaker and steady a couple of steady BLs, and he'll be fine. But yeah, we've I keep hearing rumors of one world champion possibly moving, and
Are you starting a rumor right now?
no, I've heard it from different places. Nobody will confirm it. I don't think the rumor makes any sense, but who knows? I mean, we've seen some crazy things. Matteo leaving Prodigy, which I didn't think would happen. He's now with West Side Discs. We haven't seen a lot of movement on the FPO side yet. Kind of staying still. Kristen Tatar signing that big 4-year contract with $500,000. I mean, the off season has been pretty exciting so far, and I think if some of the projected moves end up panning out, then it's going to be even more exciting. Zach just messaged me that he should be getting on soon. He was running a little bit behind, enjoying some family time.
If anyone knows Zach, they know that he works on CHPT, which is curly hair people time.
Mm.
So curly hair people are typically just a little bit later than straight hair people. Wait, I don't know. I don't think that's really a thing, but
That's pretty sure that's racist, but yeah, that's fine. Ricky.
I've never seen Calvin be on time.
Oh, Ben's heard the same thing. Yeah, Ben. We're here. Yeah, we never have seen Calvin be on time. But we've only filmed him once, I think. But he just got to the tee box on time. But yeah, the big rumor we were kind of dancing around there, Ben, was that Ricky may be leaving Innova and heading back to Trilogy, which If anybody would know, Zach Melton would know, and Zach's going to spill the beans and tell us everything he knows once he actually joins us for the podcast. It's part of the
Well,
stipulation.
we have him here in the green room, but I think it's just right that we make him wait a little bit longer.
Naturally.
Hopefully we can hear him. We didn't get a chance to actually test out his connection and everything, so hopefully we can hear him when we bring him on. But we can just leave him in the green room for now.
Yeah, let him suffer. It's hard not to be able to hear Zach. If you've ever been on the golf course with Zach, you know when you're on the course with Zach. Like, you could be 4 or 5 holes away and you'll hear Zach.
You'll hear something.
Yeah, which is part of the hilarity that is Zach Melton. He's probably just, I know what it is. He's he's Mr. Big Time now. They want a tree strike. He figures he can just roll in whenever he wants. Set his own schedule, make his own rules. We get it. It's understandable. Sometimes the power gets to you, but it was well deserved. But yeah, we're still kind of seeing how everything else plays out. I'm gonna expect that we've got a couple of we're December, so I think by the end of this month, if some of these things are going to pan out, we're going to have an exciting finish to the year with some of these announcements. But we'll wait and see what's in the works.
Well, he is in the green room.
Okay.
We can bring him in.
Excellent. Shall we do it? Shall we bring in the left-handed disc golfer himself?
Let's see. Why do we let people name themselves? Let's see here.
They just saw my name.
The best lefty. What's
there
up,
he
Zach?
is. The man, the myth, the legend. Zach Melton. How you doing?
What's up, boys?
We are doing
I'm
well.
good. How are you guys doing?
Yes, sir. We're doing well.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Dinner good?
Yeah, it was great. It wasn't like that place we had in Spartanburg, but it was all right.
All right.
Yeah, there's no place quite like the Beacon. So
the Beacon, I couldn't remember the name of it, but I mean, nobody made fun of me for my dinner choices, so that's always nice.
Definitely not. Yeah, that place is anytime we're anywhere near Spartanburg. It doesn't even have to be for Hub City. If we're near the area, we go.
Yeah.
It's a terrible decision that we make every time.
So, all right,
it was worth it. I call it a great decision.
So we do things a little different around here. Typically, when you go into a show, you're sitting there and you're asking the guests questions. Well, we don't do that around here. You have to ask us questions. It's always the opposite. So I hope you were prepared. I hope you did some research.
Okay.
Yeah. And I hope you're ready. So we're ready for any questions you have. Let's go.
He's not even ready.
All right. Who is the better disc golfer?
Ken Climo.
Between you two.
Oh. It really depends on the day. I mean, if you ask a simple question,
come on,
like who's
I'm looking for a bold answer here.
Oh, well, I'm too modest to sit there and say, yeah, I'm the best. I have the higher whatever. But
he's got a couple ratings points on me.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we're both at our best.
How close is it? What are y'all's ratings?
He'll edge me out. I'm at 903, I think. And you're like 910 now?
Okay. 910, 912, something like that.
Yeah.
I think I broke 910. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so it's pretty close. It's pretty close.
So I mean, we're right around where you are, Zach.
Yeah, just 100 points and plus off. No big deal.
We're
I think they give him extra
basically
points
the
for
same.
Lefty though, so it's about the same.
Yeah. I mean, he is the best lefty, which I hope Chris Clemens isn't watching.
Hope
or
he
your
is.
former teammate.
Suck it,
your
Chris.
former teammate Devin. I gotta ask, like, you guys, Conrad's driving and Felix is punting makes like yeah. So I don't know if DD is going for the left-handed only like MPO team, like you yourself and Chris Clemens now. Eric has departed from the team. He's gone on to Infinite. You guys are essentially like the face of the MPO division for DD now, and you're both left-handed. You think there's a strategy involved there?
Yeah, pretty much. If you're right-handed, get out. That's what I voted for.
I also heard a rumor that DD just
told
didn't
him
want
to
to make
kick
any
Eric to the
right-handed
bus.
disc anymore.
Yeah, they're overrated. They don't sell as well, you know.
Yeah, DD's never made right-handed discs. The Felon, the Maverick are all left-handed
All
discs.
left-handed. Yeah.
So it makes sense.
All lefty discs. All lefty discs.
So you're still, I know it's been a crazy off season. You're still signed with DD, correct? For another 2 years, 1 year?
So my
exclusive.
contract is up after this year.
Okay.
And I was under the impression I was under contract through next year. So shout out to Ultiworld for letting me know.
Wait, so like
I know it doesn't make sense.
2021 is the end of your current contract?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was 2022 also for some reason.
Yeah, me too. That's what I was telling people. And then turns out, hey, about to be a free agent. But no, I'm very happy with Dynamic, and I would like to be back, and I think we'll make that happen. I need to have a couple conversations with them, but I anticipate that I will be back with DD for sure.
Okay. Wow. But didn't mean to stir the pot.
The exclusive. You guys are dropping it. Boom. Now you heard it. Yeah, breaking news. I think my Sports Center app just went off. Hold on. Yeah. Da-da-da. Breaking.
You may now get inundated from other manufacturers since they know you're a free agent now. You may. And if that happens, we want our 10%.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. I appreciate that, guys. You got it.
I mean, we know people on Infinite Disc team, just putting that out there.
Really?
I mean, we are on the Infinite team.
So Eric is now your teammate. Eric's your teammate.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Eric and Drew and
yeah. Sucks for you guys.
It does. So along the lines of that, you've been on the road for golly, I don't even know how many years now, but you're road warrior year in and year out. I want to know.
Yeah.
And the fans want to know what's the best and the worst part of being on the road full time?
Okay. So the best part of being on the road is getting to play different places all across the country, getting to meet people. Like the lifestyle is great. It's very exciting. You know, each week you can be somewhere different. The negative to that is you're always on the road and you're not home. So if you are a homebody, like I actually like to be, you know, it can wear on you. That's why I choose to do a little bit more traveling back and forth instead of staying on the road the whole time. I think it's good for peace of mind, just going home, even if it's for a few days, and kind of getting to hit reset, you know, and see family, see everybody, see the mountains and the hills, and then go back out and hit the road again. So those are the pros and cons. I think the two biggest ones for me.
Okay. Yeah, we see on your Instagram quite a bit when you're driving back home, you're posting stories like, you know, send me messages while I'm driving, keep me entertained. We've also heard a rumor that you will sometimes watch like apps on your phone or whatever as you're driving to kill some of the time, like The Office.
I could neither confirm nor deny. In case my mom's watching, I do not watch Netflix while I drive. But yeah, I've gotten really big into podcasts the last couple of years. Podcasts are super great while you're driving, for sure.
Yeah, we've had Smashbox a lot, Disc Golf Answer Man back when Bobby was still on there. We'll still watch Understable Minds or hear Understable Minds on the road as well. Ultiworld.
Bobby still has Disc Golf Answer Man going.
Yeah, I just re-downloaded his newer version onto my podcast player, and I've been catching up on some of the stuff too.
Gotcha.
Just heard the story of how he.
I would if I wanted to hear Bobby, but I don't. So
it's Bobby. Nah, we've actually had a really good working relationship with Bobby when he was with DD, so we were sad to see him go. We've kind of transitioned over to working more with Doug now directly, but Bobby was always such a great guy and like just always willing to take a chance and help us out whenever we had ideas and so receptive. So we hope he continues to just succeed.
Yeah, Bobby's good people, man. I wish him the best.
Absolutely. Now, he's good people.
Except
who's
for
the
the
worst
fact
people?
that he sucks. But
yeah, that goes to the next question. Who's the worst people you've met on the disc golf course?
The worst people.
You don't have to answer that.
If I had to just, off the top of my head, probably like Chris Dickerson, Madison Walker, Calvin Heinberg. Like, I mean, wow, I can't even believe they have fans. It's embarrassing, really. Whoa, what?
Yeah, it wasn't. We have this idea. See, whenever we filmed you and Chris, like you guys go at it, and it's always so funny. You guys are always playing pranks on each other. And I don't know if you've ever seen the Funny or Die skits on YouTube. Have you watched Saved by the Bell? Or did you catch any Saved by the Bell growing up?
I did see that growing up.
Okay,
that was my generation, I believe.
All right, so they have a series on Funny or Die on YouTube called Zach Morris is Trash. And they'll go through different episodes and they'll talk about how Zach Morris is just like the scum of the earth on like every episode. And we're like, we should do a Zach Melton is Trash and just like splice together just stuff of you like being mean on the course or talking trash and just like overlay it. You've got to watch some of these videos so that you get a feel for it, and then let us know if that's something you want to do, because I think it would be hysterical.
Hilarious.
Definitely. Like, I'll watch it, but I already know I'm in. Like, that's great.
Yeah, it would just be a perfect.
I'll see how many times this year I can just like go in for like a high five on somebody, and then when they put their hand up, just put it down and walk away. Just what? No.
Exactly. Just be yourself, basically, is all you got to do, and it'll work.
Yeah.
So, another question we wanted to ask you: you're left-handed. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah, recently found that out.
Okay. That kind of, I've always felt that lefties have different strengths than righties for the most part. You always hear about if you're left-handed, you have to have a forehand game because there's so many right-handed dominant courses. Is there one particular area of your game that you think is a strength over anything else?
I would say my forehand. I think I have one of the best forehands in the world. I mean, I think anybody that's played with me, they know that that's a strength of mine. I think it's one of the best things that I do. It's something that has been a necessity, but it's also kind of been something that starting out, even before I knew that there were courses that were righty, like that was just the first way that I threw. That was natural. And so it's just been kind of around since the beginning. And I feel like I've improved it and tweaked it and, found ways to make it more consistent. So I think my forehand for sure.
Yeah, I think we can definitely attest to that. Anybody that's seen you on the course knows that you've got one of the smoothest sidearms out there. I'd love to have like a lefty forehand accuracy competition between you and Clemens.
Hey, I just want to put this out here. We just lost Zach.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, let's just wrap up the show then, call it a night.
I mean, basically.
Appreciate you guys checking in. Zach, another question we had for you being a lefty is I was wondering
if this is true, just be quiet. Is it true that
Ricky's joining the team? There you have it. There you have it. Quiet means it's happening. Can confirm. Yeah, Zach is definitely hugger. Je donc clair. I'm sure I said that wrong.
Wait, he's trying to get back in. He's trying.
He's making a good effort. There was a bit of a lag there, so I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see if we can bring him back.
Now, once you leave, that's it. Like, he obviously doesn't want to be on the show.
I mean, obviously.
If he just wants to leave like that, that's just...
I found you.
Oh.
Hello.
There he is. No.
Fancy meeting you here.
Hey, there he is. So what do you think?
Have you back.
On that last question that I just asked while you weren't there, what do you think?
Yeah, I didn't like it, so I just bailed. Oh,
Hey, this is our
what
first
was the
time having
question?
a repeat guest.
Yeah.
Back again. Back again.
Oh no, you summed it up. I was saying that I'd like to get like you and Chris Clemens and do like some type of lefty accuracy competition, and like
Yeah,
just
I'm
see
in.
who's the better lefty forehandish player.
Hmm.
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, he throws it a little further than I, but I think like on the hyzer flip game and the more technical stuff, I think I probably do it better than him, but he also does it well. So, who's to say? But I'm just going to say it. It's me. I got the best one.
I was gonna say you're probably gonna say that too. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to brag or anything, but it's like really good.
yeah.
So while you were gone, we did get this question. I'm not going to say the name. I hear that you're a hugger, Zach. Is this true? Is it true that you are a
I am.
hugger?
I am. I like hugs. Hugs are nice, comforting.
Is that just with trees, or do you like people as well?
That's close. I don't know. Maybe people just a little more than trees, but
Okay.
depends on how they smell. It's a big big kick.
The people or the trees?
Both.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give that to you.
Speaking of trees, I did want to sprinkle in some of the viewer questions. One of the questions we had on our community post on our YouTube was, have you ever had a more gratifying feeling than finding out that you were right about hole 1 on the last tree strike challenge against Chris Dickerson?
No. That's probably the favorite moment in my career so far. It's like the one shining defining moment where it was like, yes, I knew I was right. Like to have everyone doubt me and know that I was right and then prove it. It's best feeling in the world.
Wow. Even better than coming in top 10 at Worlds in 2017?
Yeah, slightly better.
Okay. Wow, that's incredible.
It's really not even a question.
Wow. All right.
All right.
Good. That makes me happy because obviously we were able to bring you that moment of joy there.
Yeah. That was because of you all,
Yeah. So going back to more of the lefty questions, because again you're left-handed.
Yes, we've stockpiled all these lefty questions for you. We've been having them throughout the year, but we said we're going to wait so we can ask a certified lefty these questions.
Yeah. So that's you. Best left-handed course on tour? Can you hear us, Zach?
Do we need to repeat the question?
There you go.
It cut out for a second. What'd you say?
For a left-handed player,
question.
what's the fairest course on tour, or the best course on tour for a lefty?
Deglow, Michigan. Easily.
You dropped that.
I heard easily.
Yeah, we heard easily. That was it.
Deglow.
Oh, Deglow.
In Michigan.
Oh.
Deglow.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Oh yeah, that does make sense. We haven't been out there yet, and I hope we never.
Yeah.
But
yeah, a lot of shots finished to the right, and then they wanted to make the course harder, so they put OB on the left on several holes, which is good for being left-handed because you fade away from it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Deglow just looks so daunting to play because of all the hills and up and down and all that stuff. I think as a media team, it looks even worse to try to film. But
yeah, the rough is horrible.
Yeah, but that's a fun course. It looks amazing every year. So I wanted to touch base. I wanted to touch base again on 2017 since we're from Georgia and Worlds was held in Georgia in 2017. You had a top 10 finish playing Jackson and Fort Gordon. Anything that stood out to you from that year? Like, did the courses kind of line up well for your game that year?
If I remember correctly, my first round wasn't so hot. And then after that, I kind of picked it up a little bit. I do feel like playing in the woods is up my alley. I've always liked Jackson. Fort Gordon is moderately wooded. I wouldn't say it's super tight wooded. It definitely has some open shots, but I remember it being really hot and sweaty and sticky. And I don't know. I remember I think I birdied the last hole, and someone came up and they were like, "Dude, top 10 finish of world. That's awesome." And I didn't even know. I was like, "Oh, sweet, okay."
Yeah.
But yeah, the last round wasn't the best either, but I think I hung on and kind of kept it solid. But I remember playing some good golf in the middle for sure.
Yeah, that's solid. I mean, anytime you can. I mean, back then you were playing the older layout of Jackson too, which some say might have been a little bit harder than the newer layout. But that's a tough course, man. I know Conrad and we went and played Fort Gordon thinking it was a cakewalk because you guys made it look so easy. And then when mere mortals go to play it, it's not easy at all. You obviously have to be able to push, a 400-foot shot with accuracy on a lot of those throws, and that's not easy to do. So, hats off to you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Hey.
Austin Turner. Oh, we're getting more lefty forehands. Austin Turner is a good one.
Austin Turner has a great forehand, for sure.
We do have a question coming in from Mad Ammo asking if you think that pro disc golf will ever have a dress code during events.
Yeah, I think eventually it will. It's already close to that. If you watch the pro tour, guys and ladies are trying to look fly, look their best. So, I mean, I think eventually, when it gets to a certain point where it's really big and mainstream, there'll be a dress code. But I don't even know if you really need it, because I don't think there's that many people showing up in sweatpants and a hoodie to play. You know what I mean?
We know a guy that shows up in basketball shorts a lot, but
That's
who
true.
would do that? Who would do that?
Giving the people what they want.
Clearly.
Another question here from the gallery.
Yeah.
Zach, did you photobomb on hole 2 with a Red Bull in hand intentionally at the 2021 Myrtle Beach Open? Was that an intentional photobomb?
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah, but oh yeah, I did. Yep, I remember now. Intentional.
Totally intentional. Someone did ask on Twitter. It was Sean Brown wanted to know, you can flat out shoot the basketball. Did you ever think of going the college hoops route?
Yeah, my dude Sean, he is awesome. He's from Indiana, and he let me and little Matt, Calvin, Germ, we got to go shoot in the Hoosier gym, because he works there.
Whoa.
And he works in one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life. I don't know if you've ever watched the movie Hoosiers. Dude, the gym is a replica. It looks exactly like it did in the movie. So it's very cool. So I got to get buckets and shoot around, which was like, I don't know, bucket list item, I think. I did. I played high school basketball, and then when I graduated, I played a lot locally for like a year, like 7 days a week, all the time. And I did get a tryout at a school up in Kentucky, Berea College, and they told me if I wanted to come up and play, like it would be like, walk on and kind of earn my spot and move up over the years. And it was something I thought I originally wanted to do, but I think hearing, hey, we think you're good enough to come up here and keep working for a spot.
Yeah.
I think that was enough for me to hear that. Yeah, just playing college basketball. I don't know. I don't know if it just didn't really. Once I was told I could do it, I just didn't really want to do it. But I know that sounds weird, but it just sounded like a lot. But
yeah,
kind of the gratification hearing that I was worthy, I guess. But one problem is I'm also like 5'11", and can't jump and not very fast. So, but I could shoot that thing. Still can.
Do you shoot left-handed?
Yeah, of course. All
Oh.
lefties have good jump shots. What kind of question is that? I'm a real lefty. I don't do stuff right-handed.
I saw you
Ask him.
eating right-handed.
Okay. You're right.
I got a buddy of mine that's lefty, but he shoots righty. And we've played. We used to skip class all the time. I mean, during our free time in college, we would go to the gym and we would play a game of one-on-one full court to 100 points, which when you're 19 and 20, you can do that type of stuff.
I've done that.
I can't do it now at 39, but those were some good old times. Fan asking about your luscious hair and if you have any specific product that you use to keep those curls looking amazing.
Head and Shoulders, baby. It's all natural, man. I don't have to put nothing in it.
All right. He's just blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Yeah, me either. I don't have to do nothing. I just, he ain't the only one.
I know. See, some people have it, man. Some people have it.
I got to get a haircut again. This is nonsense. See, does it ever get hot? Like you play a summer sport and you're out there in the sun.
Yes.
With all that hair.
It is.
I gotta imagine you
always.
Yeah, like he's got to be dying. You and Paige Shube have to be dying all the time with all that hair.
Dude, I don't know how she does it. Hair down like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Just doesn't make any sense.
So
Zach, since my hair gets long enough, I'll bust out a headband.
Like Clemens.
Mm-hmm.
So you are some people's spirit animal. I assume a lot of lefties. But what is your spirit animal?
What is my spirit animal? Ugh. Wow. That's a really good question. I feel like I need to have an answer. I don't think I was prepared for this.
Good question.
Yeah, great question, Joshua. You know what? I'm gonna say I gotta say some type of cat because like I stay up late. People tell me I'm nocturnal. I'm always up late, drive through the night. Let's say a cheetah. I don't know why, but I always like cheetahs. Cheetahs are cool. I would say my cat Max, but he won't come say hi. Come here, Max. Nope, just staring at me. That's cool.
So I don't know if you're aware of how close you are to breaking the 100,000 mark in career earnings.
What?
According to your PDGA page, you're less than 2,000 away.
I'm finding out all kinds of cool stuff this year.
So the question is, how long before you break 100,000? How many events into the season before you break that mark?
Man, I bet I'll do it next year. Throwing it out there.
Dang. Big dreams.
Come here. Say hi, buddy. Come say hi. Ow, ow. Don't be easy, man. He wanted that treat.
Yeah. Hey. So I guess that would answer the are you a dog person or a cat person?
Both. I mean, I have 2 cats and I love them. They love me, but dogs love me too. I'm a pet guy.
Okay.
I'm a pet guy.
Yeah, I get that. Me too. I rarely met an animal that I didn't like. I do
exactly same here.
Except for some. Well, I'm not going to say that. Some cats, they act like women. I mean, they're moody.
Whoa.
You can't understand.
So they're like
want.
Felix.
Oh, jeez. I'm still here. I can hear you.
Oh, shoot. My bad. I thought you went away. I thought that was Conrad and I. My fault. Take it back.
Unbelievable.
So, Zach, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but you're one of my favorite disc golfers, period. Not left-handed, right-handed, but just you're real fun to be around. Whether people recognize it or not, you really have some really good disc golf game. I've told you before in the
Thank you.
past that I've seen you get the am kicks. You know, you'll throw a shot, and the other person will get a kick toward the basket, and you get the kick away from the basket, and that makes you just that much more admirable and adorable because you're one of us. You don't get those pro kicks.
I know, man. Thank you. I strive to be adorable. That's like goal number 1 every year.
Let's get it done. That's why he's a favorite of so many people. Our buddy Ben Liena says that you are his favorite, whatever that means.
Oh,
Ben also has this question, which is at the on the tip of everyone's mind, and that is, when did you first beat Jaybird?
oh, he's coming in with the hot takes. Dang. If Jaybird's watching, he'll probably be like, he's never beat me. When did I first beat Jaybird? If you're counting when like I got first place and he was below me, we had this non-sanctioned event used to happen every January at one of our local courses called the Big Orange Classic, and Jaybird and I actually tied after 27 holes, went into a playoff, and I birdied hole 1 in the long to get him. And that was that was a big deal to me because Jaybird's one of the guys that I looked up to who taught me how to play, and he's hella good. So it took a while to be able to take down Jaybird.
That's so crazy. Like we've known Jaybird for a couple of years now, and we've hung around with him, and he's just always been like, one of the guys. And it just I'm like, oh, but he's actually really good too. Like it's one of those things that just kind of blows you away when you find out your friends are really good at stuff. And you're like, you can do that?
Yeah. Huh. Such a good putter. Like crazy good putter.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I've gotten partnered up with him in doubles.
And you're like, yes.
Yeah. I've gone up against him in putting league, and it's gone good and bad. But yeah, he's a phenomenal player all around. Just a really good human also, which is also great thing.
Speaking of, let's see. What am I wearing under here?
Can
you see it? Oh, Jaybird disc golf. Let's go, boy. Let's go, Jaybird. Let's go, you boy. Hey. Show it off, boy. Show it off.
Yeah. Nice. You have to screenshot that and send it to him. Sure, he'll love that. He's got some kind of live coming up soon where he's doing an unboxing. I hope I didn't miss it.
I hope it's not right now.
Yeah, I think it's right now. No, it's not. It's definitely not right now.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to spoil this, but
go ahead.
I'm pretty sure on the 19th, I am going to go down to Lawrenceville. Is that right? And do a pros versus Joes or whatever, champs versus chumps video with him. He just texted me about it, and I actually didn't fully confirm yes, but I'll tell him right now, Jaybird, I'll be there. Let's do it. Some idea.
Why didn't we hear about this? You're coming freaking 10 minutes from us, and we don't hear about this, and we're not filming this.
Yeah, I think he's literally putting it together. It's still in the motion, but
now it has to happen since you said it.
Yeah,
I just texted and said I'm in.
And Jaybird, what the heck, bro? Hit us up.
I said I'm in. All right.
Tell them to hit us up. We want a part of this.
Dude, let's do it.
We have cameras and stuff that we can point at people.
Maybe I wasn't supposed to say anything about that. Sorry, Ben.
Oops. Well, the cat's out of the bag.
Take it back now.
We've already uncovered a bunch of stuff. He's doing some secret event. You're no longer going to be under contract with DD, maybe, but you will be. You've confirmed with your silence that Ricky actually is leaving Innova and is going to be your teammate next year.
Dude, I keep hearing those rumors. I'm like, where do these come from? But I'm hyped. If it's going to happen, let's do it. How do people find this out? It's everywhere.
Yeah,
because I don't know. They don't tell me anything. I guess they're like, Melton will tell everybody on a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. just like the secret that you just revealed not even a minute ago.
I wasn't told it was a secret, but thanks a lot, Ben.
Yeah, I heard it a month ago, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then it just keeps it keeps coming up, and it keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. And I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. He just signed a 5-year deal, 3 years ago?
It's crazy how rumors like you just see stuff all over the place, on social media, on
Yeah.
Reddit, on like people like, no, this is gonna happen. It's like, are those facts, or is they want it to happen and then it just grows and grows and grows?
It's already been a nutty offseason. We kind of wanted to get your thoughts on what's going on, and like we've seen, I had no idea that Matty O was going to leave Prodigy and join Team Westside. Gavin Rathbun was another one that just kind of came out of nowhere, joining the Trilogy family. Like, I know disc golfers, you guys are a close-knit community. You guys talk and all that. Like, do you guys know like ahead of time for the most part? You're just like, oh, I can't say anything on this stuff. Or...
A lot of times, I think most of us kind of know. Like, people talk. We're all friends, you know. The Matty O caught me by surprise. I did not see that coming. The Gavin thing, I heard that last year it's still this year. I heard it at USDGC. Someone came up and said something, and they were like, hey man, really stoked for your new teammate next year. I'm like, what are you even talking about? And then they told me, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I love Gavin. Awesome. So yeah, I guess that was a few months out, but the Matty O, I mean, who saw that coming? You know,
right.
I didn't until Prodigy posted about it.
Yeah, just completely stealing the thunder from the DD team and everybody on social media.
They were like, we weren't ready to say this, but I guess since you have.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, well, that's weird, but hey, Matty O, let's go, baby. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. I'm sure he's hyped after, there you go. After Alabama just beat Georgia. We know that's a sore subject around here, but.
Yeah. I was actually a Georgia Bulldog fan that day, which is probably why you guys lost. Yeah. Sorry.
Thanks.
That makes sense now.
We had the Vol curse. The Vol curse, man. Every time I watch them play, they lose. Sucks.
Yeah. Stop
it's my
watching?
fault.
Yeah.
It's all me. Yeah.
It's the same way with me every time I watch the Mets. I'm originally from the Northeast, so I watch the New York Mets play, and they'll be up like by 5 or 6 runs in the 8th inning, and then here comes the closer and gives up 7 in the 9th. I'm like, oh.
I don't think that's a you problem. I think that's just a Mets problem.
Hey, bro, let's keep this simple.
My bad. Hey, they just signed Max Scherzer for like $50 million a year or whatever it was.
Yeah, for a third world nation's
bro.
Gross
he's making more per year than like 4 other ball clubs pay out their entire payroll. That's so wild.
It is, but it's still the off season, so they have to add on. Like, it's kind of a skewed number because those teams still have to add on players. They're not at full roster.
Yeah, but most of those teams are cheap though. Oakland don't pay nobody. Yeah. Tampa Bay is like the greatest poor team of all time. They're always good. They don't pay anyone.
I know. I don't understand how they do it, but they're Billy Beans, who's a genius in Oakland. He keeps doing it year over year. They're competitive.
Doesn't make any sense. They never win in the playoffs, but they get to the playoffs. So I don't know if that's. I guess it's good, but then again, nobody ever thinks they're a threat to win the World Series. How about them Braves, though? Yeah.
They did it.
It's about time.
There he is. Hey.
It's about time.
Chopping. He's chopping. There he is. Chopping. Where's my hand? There it is. There's my hand. I never know where the camera is. It's always right in front of me.
Yeah.
So, Zach, we wanted to touch on your signature series disc for this year. We believe you've selected once again the Maverick as your disc. Any thoughts on, or can you, obviously you have thoughts on it, but why the Maverick?
Okay, so let me take you back to, 2018 is when Dynamics started the Tour Series program. They I threw the Felon a lot, but I knew Eric was like, oh, I love the Felon. So he had the Felon, and I actually wanted to do the Judge, but they wanted to do this new premium Lucid X plastic, and I don't think they at the time thought we could do putters. Yeah. So I think Paige had the Convict, and EMAC had, I don't know, I guess he had the EMAC. I'm not sure, but discs that I threw were taken, so I decided to try out the Enforcer, and that batch that actually has my face logo on it, that run were extremely overstable, very good for what they were. But me personally, I didn't throw it that often. I was just like, I don't throw discs that's overstable that often. And so they allowed me to switch to a different mold for the second run that year. And our new discs that year were the Maverick and the Getaway, I believe. And at the time when we had to choose, I hadn't thrown either one. And so once they came out, I actually loved both discs and they both went in the bag, but I decided to choose the Maverick because one, I liked the normal Maverick, but I thought if it could be a little more overstable, a little more turn resistant, really, I thought that would be a great disc, like a very Leopard 3, FD, that type of straight fairway. And yeah, they allowed me to switch, and it's been the best decision I ever made. One, I love it. I throw fairways a lot. I throw that style of shot a lot, but I also thought it would be good for all different types of skill sets, arm speeds. It's good for everybody. If you've been playing a year and you throw like 280 feet max, I mean, it can be like a very reliable, overstable fairway. If it's good for all skill levels. Even people with power, it can be a good tool, good disc. So,
yeah, I got a chance to try out your Fusion X from this year, and I don't know if you know it's not a Maverick at all. It's obviously an Explorer, and nobody told you.
They are overstable. I promise it will get straighter, but like the first 20 throws I had with them, they punked me. Is what I kept telling people. I would like throw a little bit higher, think it's going to flip up, and it's like, nope, see ya, you're all gone. Though they start out overstable, but then they get really, really, really nice. Yeah, I promise.
All right,
Maybe just go throw it into a wall a few times or something. Yeah,
I was gonna say.
So since you've given us that guarantee, if they don't straighten out, we get a refund from you.
No, you contact Dynamic and they'll handle it.
Just hit up Jeremy Resco directly. He'll take
right.
care of it.
You just text him. Hit me up. I'll give you his number. You can text him, and he'll take care of it.
We'll flash it on the screen there so everybody can reach out to him.
Yeah, 245. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, thank you, Ken Ulozas, chiming in saying that EMAC had the Lucid X Trespass on that first run. I remember those.
Okay, that's right.
And those things were beefy too.
Yeah, they flew really good.
Joe P saying he loves the Maverick. Also loving the Evader. Both really get a lot of use in my game.
Nice. I think they complement each other well. It's the Evader and the Explorer, I think, are interchangeable. They're very, very similar. Almost the same disc.
There's a lot of 7-speed options in the Trilogy lineup. Like, you wouldn't think, like, it's almost like a forgotten slot with a lot of companies.
Yeah.
But with the Trilogy brand, you get so many different options in the 7-speed slot. So if you like that niche or that type of arm speed that kind of fits a 7-speed, I would definitely suggest trying a Maverick. I tried one of I had a first run Lucid Maverick that was just so good until I threw it into water like everybody does. When you love a disc so much, you just want to throw it into the water.
Of course.
But yeah, that I haven't found one that flies quite the same as that. It was like 175 first run Lucid Maverick, just had just a touch of dome, but not really much. And that thing was a laser, and if you hit it hard, it would just move slightly right, but it would never burn over.
Yeah,
it's just a great run of disc, and the fact that DD does so many variations within the different plastics, like you can literally have 4 Mavericks in the bag, and they all do different things.
Yeah. They recently ran some in hybrid plastic, and those are kind of like in between a normal Maverick and my Lucid X Maverick. So if you can imagine, like the gap there.
Yeah,
and those fly really nice as well.
Is there any other mold that kind of surprised you like the Maverick did? One that you're like, oh, wow, like you didn't think you were going to like it, or it just didn't fit, and then all of a sudden it's just amazing?
Yeah, actually, one that I put in the bag in October after US, started trying it out, and I actually love it. It's the Johnny McRae Gold X Fuse. Dude, the Fuse is a baller. Yes, it's very good. It always surprises me, like in the Gold X plastic, like I can start it with turn and it'll hold, but like trying to work at hyzer flip, I almost always underestimate it and give it a little too much hyzer, and then it hyzers out on me. Like they're really nice. It's kind of like the Lucid X Maverick in a mid range, very similar to the way they fly.
I can attest to that. We did a video with Johnny McRae in 2020 talking
Yeah.
about his Lucid X fuse.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just making it look so magical. And I'm like, yeah, but that's Johnny McRae. And
Yeah.
I threw one and I was like, okay, it's cool, but it didn't like quite click with me. And then I was doing field work at some point earlier this year, and I was comparing that to an old Discraft Impact, which I was throwing for that slot.
No, I threw an Impact back in the day. I know it.
Ah, there you go.
It's got the little cross hatching on the bottom.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly it.
Wait, do you have any?
Yeah, dude.
No. No.
I've got
They
one
gone.
left. Yeah.
They gone.
But I took them both out and I was playing WR Jackson. There's I think it's hole 8. It's like this top turnover and it goes downhill and just kind of has to flatten out. And the Impact for some reason just kept burning over. But I threw the fuse, thinking I was like, oh, this isn't gonna work. And it got further down there, dead center, than I've ever gotten with a driver. I was like, okay, guess who just made the bag?
Yeah.
And it's been in the bag ever since. It's so good.
Yeah. Very surprised with how good that disc is.
For me, the fuse is just like the big brother to my pure. I love my pure. Depending on the mode, you know, you can get it to flip up and go straight. You can get it. It's very user friendly. You can get it to do any shot, even with the hydro shot. If you throw it right, you can put it on the hydro line and it'll stay on the hydro line. If you add a little snap, it'll pop up to flat and go straight. It's versatile. And the fuse was just the longer version of the pure for me.
Yeah. Do you throw the Kristen Pure at all?
Yes, I throw all of them.
He's got
Nice.
like 30 pures.
Yeah.
Those are the Kristens right there.
Uh-huh. Yeah. How about Kristen getting paid this offseason? That's pretty sweet.
Dude, well deserved.
Yeah.
Very happy for her. Yeah.
Like I was toying around yesterday on Brody Smith's debate group, and I was tossing it out there that it's not really a hot take, but I think that Kristen and or an FPO player will be the first European to win a Worlds versus one of the men. I think they're just so far ahead, and I think Kristen will be the first European player to ever win Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see it.
I will put money on that.
I got to know, which I've known her and Silver for several years, but kind of got to spend a lot of time with them this year while they were over here.
Mhm.
And they're just, dude, they're such good people. Like Kristen is awesome. She's like the nicest human being ever. So to see her have success, like no, not very many people knew that she had that like oblique or shoulder injury.
Yeah, that's shoulder impingement. Yeah.
And she just played through it and she didn't complain about it. She didn't use it as an excuse.
Yeah.
Dude, just tough as nails and very happy to see her do well and then be rewarded for it. Stoked.
She was suffering through it when we filmed the FPO lead card at Clash of the Canyons. I think it was her second event after Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her before like round 2, I was like, how are you feeling? She's like, I'm in a lot of pain. She's like, I've taken some shots and some pain medication. I'm just trying to power through it. So for her to like be in that much discomfort and still come out and win, and just she's a warrior. Like she doesn't you wouldn't think of her that way, but she just battles through. It was incredible.
Yeah, I know she wasn't happy with the way she played at Worlds, and I don't know. I know like about halfway through their stretch, she was probably like second guessing coming over here and then getting hurt and playing through it. And to see her play really well and get those 2 big wins back to back, like I think that like helped make her feel like it was worth it. I don't know. It was cool to see her play so well at it was D-Glow, right? She played great.
Mm-hmm.
Played great took down the W. Yeah.
She had a great stretch to finish out the year. It was great to see. And her and Silver, like you said, they're genuinely some of the nicest people round 1, we were going down there's like a hill on Clash of the Canyons on hole 1, and it was muddy from the day before.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm coming down with the camera and I just lost it and freaking rolled down the hill. And they're the first ones to come up, and then Silver the next day as I'm walking down the hill, he's like, I'm right here. If you fall, I'm gonna catch you.
Like, I would have pulled out my phone, started videoing.
I was like, yeah, we're missing gold here. I was hoping Conrad caught it, but he was still walking to catch cam position for the next shot. I was like, nobody got that? Nobody got that. All right. But yeah, they're awesome people. I did see a question that I wanted to ask you. Our buddy Lincoln, who runs Doggone Good Disc Golf, asked if you've felt the adder. I know you had one when we saw you at Hub City.
Yeah.
And if that shape is intentional.
I think so. I don't know. It's pretty wild to me. I threw it a couple times and it was just crazy overstable, and I was like, yeah, I don't need that in my life. I think the goal was to make it super overstable for Nico because everybody knows he loves the shank and flex, and like, I guess he likes it. I haven't talked to him about it, but it is a unique shape. I don't know. Never seen a disc like it, but if it's overstable and it works, I mean, I guess it's great. I don't know.
I wonder how it would do on a forehand roller if it would just stay straight for 600
It'll
feet.
never turn, just like 600 feet dead straight.
Yeah. Maybe you should try that. Get out into a field and let us know.
All right. Stay tuned.
Dude, I don't think I've seen. No, I've seen you throw rollers. I don't think I've seen you throw many forehand rollers, though, besides like for escape shots.
Yeah, I do it in the woods, but it's kind of funny. I was talking to Dickerson today about that. We were playing around, and like, I feel like something like him and I do really well is like kind of scramble in the woods. Yeah. And like, if I'm in the woods in the rough, I can throw a roller like nobody's business, right? But then we go and we play skill shot at Worlds, like the competition, and you're out in the open and you're like, all right, you're 150 feet away, throw a forehand roller. And it looks like I've never thrown one in my life. It's so frustrating. I hate it. I never do good at skill shot. Like, I'm always like, middle of the pack, like 10th, 15th, whatever. Never great. And it's just like, it's the roller shots.
Yeah.
It's awful. I'm like, this is stupid. No one throws rollers in the open. We don't do that.
You really don't. It's usually like, especially at that distance, it's usually an escape shot to get yourself a look for a putt.
Yeah.
If you get in circle 2, you've done your job.
Yeah, you're stoked. Nope. Throw it 200 feet in the open, forehand roller, crosswind. It's like, this is impossible.
Nobody does this. So Zach, I know I didn't want to take up too much of your time. I don't know how much more time you have available.
No, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
But we did want to mention for our Patreon supporters, you guys already know every time we do our monthly podcast, we do a giveaway. And then we also do a quarterly giveaway, which is a bigger giveaway that we do for our Patreon supporters as well. And we wanted to actually give away one of your discs as part of our monthly giveaway this month. And I know we spoke to you earlier and you said you might have a little something.
I do. I wish I had it on me. It's in the car.
He froze his down. Oh, there he is.
But I do have a Lucid Maverick with the Santa stamp that I have that I did on some discs, and I think it's pink, white stamp. But feels like a nice run of Maverick. Some people have got them, said they like the way they fly, but yeah, I got one of those for whoever the lucky winner is.
Sweet. So we'll do a drawing for that in a bit and kind of get that one out of the way, and then we'll do our bigger giveaway later on the show.
Okay.
What else did I have for you? Oh, I just wanted to put you on the spot. Which events are you going to win next year? Go.
Idlewild, D-Glow, Worlds, just to name a few. Lake Marshall Open.
You bring up Lake Marshall Open, and I noticed that that's the same weekend next year as Hub City and some other big event.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, it's a silver series, and I believe with it being after the championship, it'll be the first points going towards 2023, which is kind of crazy, but I don't know. Lake Marshall is awesome property. I don't know if you guys have heard much about it, but it's one of my favorite places to play in the world. Private course up in Montrose, Virginia. 3 courses all on the same property. A giant man-made lake. The place is epic. It's epic, man. It's crazy.
Is that where you got the ace on video?
That is where I got the ace. Yeah, from this year.
Oh, that was this year?
That was the Lake Marshall Open this year.
Okay.
Somebody might have won it. Let's go. But yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, there he is right there.
No wonder
wow, is that my name? Right? Look at that. How about that?
My name, Zach.
How about
Zach Melton? Who's a Zach?
By 2 strokes.
over
Hey,
the fish out
what
of
happened that
water.
what happened that last round there? That last round looks a little
He was on cruise control.
So, I don't want to make excuses
Mhm.
because Andrew played great on the last, I don't know, 8 holes. But
Okay.
through 10 holes, I had pushed, I think I was up 8 going into that round. And I actually extended my lead through 10 holes to 10. I was up
Wow.
10 with 8 holes to go. Okay.
Okay.
So I stayed on the property with the owner, Gary Hutt, at his house. And so I had packed food. I was making lunch. We were always starting at like 12 or something, kind of an odd time. And I don't like to eat a lot before I play typically. And I actually forgot to eat lunch that day. And then I packed like a little half sandwich and some snacks. And we got to hole 11 or 12, and I just started crashing so hard. Like I'm talking about like you just start like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Like
Yeah.
hole 12, I believe, is a par 5, like around
Yep.
water to an island. And
Mhm.
bro, I just chucked it in the water. Next hole you're throwing from the island that the basket's on off into like the mainland and then up. It's a par 4, chucked it straight into the water. I was just like, I was donezo. It's crazy.
Oof.
Zero energy. And like, I'm not really paying attention to scores because the only time I looked at scores was after hole 10. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm up 10. This is a lock. Let's go. And then check scores again with 2 holes to go. And I think I've got fish by 4. And then hole 17 is a par 3 downhill. There's OB water in front of it. I chuck it straight into the water, take a bogey. He birdies the hole. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm up 2 with 1 to go. Hole 18's a par 5, and you have to clear water. You got to throw it like 400 plus. And I'm like, bro, if I do anything, I'm just sending it so far over the water. Like that is all I have to do. I felt like I put everything I had into one shot. And I was like, you have to get this over. And ended up throwing a good drive, and Fish had to go for eagle, and he ended up, not birdieing the hole, but whatever. But yeah, it was crazy. It was like I was playing really good like the rest of the tournament through 10 holes, and then and he like birdied like 5 out of 6 or something like that.
Yeah, we look at this last stretch here, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wow.
Yeah, there
6,
you go.
7, 8 strokes in that little stretch.
Three holes. There were 2-stroke or 4-stroke swing, 2-stroke swing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
3 times. I know.
So you tried to give it away. All right.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I would say I tried to get it away, but I did. I think I heard a saying from Calvin Heimberg once that said it's more fun to play with your food before you eat it. I don't know if that's relevant here or not, but
What?
Is that a joke? I don't understand what's going on there.
no,
That's
I mean
Calvin.
I was up big, and it's like we'll let people get close and then finish the dinner. It's more fun than just
swat it and
eat it straight up. Yeah, I mean I would never say that, obviously, but
Yeah,
I've heard it.
those
I've heard the
Florida
saying.
guys. Those Florida guys are weird.
I actually texted that to Katrina Allen once, where she won a tournament, and told her to say that in her speech with Terry afterwards, so she wouldn't do it though.
Katrina's too nice to do it.
That's probably a good
I just
call.
want someone to say it.
Not to repeat anything that you texted someone during the interview. It's probably a good call all around.
Yeah.
Give the people what they want, man.
Are you oh, we did get a question from, I think it was New World Disc Golf.
Robbie.
Yeah, they were asking if you're going to swing by anytime down to New World.
I haven't been there in several years, actually. That's Jacksonville, right?
Yep.
Yep.
It would be nice to make it back down to Florida, man. Warm weather. It's a bonus.
We're hoping to get there not in the not too distant future. Like really not too distant future. To check out the property and whatnot and meet up with Robbie. We've got some things we want to hopefully partner up with New World to do.
They ran an A-tier. Was it this past year or the year before? Like the New World Championships or something like that?
Well, they've got one scheduled for next year.
Okay.
Out there.
Didn't Dave have something there this year? I don't know if that was an A tier or
Yeah, Dave had the next gen event or NADGT event out there that was an
Yeah,
18.
the NA whatever. Yeah. Okay.
You gonna play any NADGT events this year? You gonna go back down to AM and give it a shot?
Yeah, I sent Dave an email, but he hasn't got back to me.
Okay.
Some of
We
these
can
kids
reach
look
out.
pretty good though. I wonder if they've got like a age protected division, like 33 and up division.
Those kids are good, man. We've filmed
Very good.
we filmed Evan Scott quite a bit, and Micah Groff, who won this year.
Oh, that comment. That's cold blooded. If only y'all knew the story behind that. Commons Park is the most hateful disc golf course in the world. Okay. That's where my game died one year at South Florida Open. It's like the worst round I have recorded on video. It's awful.
Ooh, look that up.
It's like the course is like around water, and it's just like it's basically where every hole is like a righty backhand out over the water, and then it hyzers back in. So just think playing that left-handed.
Yeah.
It's where that's where I was cursed. Actually, screw it. Let's get into story time. So I'm out there playing. I'm on lead card. It's Chris Dickerson, Calvin Heimberg, myself, and I believe Grady Shue.
That's a good card.
When was this?
Yeah. 2018 maybe 2018 or 2019 South Florida Open. And let's see here. So there's this one. Calvin tells me that listen, the rule of Commons Park is you can't throw mid ranges. You have to throw drivers. It's driver hyzer. And we get to this hole where it's like either a righty spike hyzer, it's a straight lefty mid range, and he goes, "Don't throw the mid range, you'll be cursed." And I'm like, "That's literally the play. If I do this, I get a birdie." He goes, "Don't do it. Just don't throw the mid range." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You'll be cursed." And I throw the mid range, and I fillet it, park the hole, get a birdie, and he just walks up and he's like, "You're cursed." And then he just walks away to go throw his next shot. And I kid you not, I don't know. You find the year. I mean, I straight up shoot like a 9-10 rated around. It's awful. I don't think I get another birdie till like I think it's like a 19-hole course, and that was hole 3. And I don't think I got another birdie till like hole 18. It was awful. I think I got beat by like 20 strokes by Chris and Calvin. I shot over par, and they shot like 18 under.
Yeah, for the event, you were at 12 under.
Oh yeah.
Chris was at 38. Calvin was at 39.
Oh
yeah. Which round did it go really bad?
I don't know.
Maybe it was the 43 and the 45, and I shot like a 50. Is that right? Or is that a 60? I don't know.
You got a 61 on the second round.
Ah, that's it. Yeah,
so
there you go.
Okay. Yeesh.
Got beat by 13 strokes. That's solid. One round.
There you go.
That was when I got cursed. And I was told to break the curse, I have to donate a disc to the lake gods. And I refused. And I am still cursed in the state of Florida.
Huh.
So yeah, and Cole, yeah, thanks a lot, Cole, for the Commons Park shout out. Sweet.
All right.
Cool place. I actually donated a DX Dragon that was given to me to donate, and I chuck it out into the water, and then I'm told that doesn't count. It has to be one of your discs. I'm like, this stupid freaking curse, man. I haven't been back.
Have you thought about
no need for me to go down there? There's no need for me to go down there and finish 7th or 8th and like shoot a 900 rate around. I don't need to do that. I don't need that in my life.
Maybe if you just drive down there and throw in one of your Mavericks.
They're actually having South Florida tournament this weekend.
Oh.
Okay. So I went back and I pulled. They don't have hole by hole scoring because of how long ago it was. But I went back and I pulled up your rate. That was a 917 rated round you had.
I told you. I said 910. You probably thought I was exaggerating. It was awful. Look at that. I still finished 7th with that. That's impressive.
You sandwiched it between a 1031 and a 1025. Wow.
Yeah, how about them apples?
That's pure pro am stuff right there. That's
where's Grady?
Amateur right there.
What did Grady shoot? Yeah, he shot let's see. Oh, so the next round Grady shot a 59. I got that wrong. Ooh. So Grady. So I think Grady played with me that round, but the next round, same course, he threw a mid range and then had the worst round ever. And Calvin said, "You both were cursed. I told you don't throw a mid." and then you threw mid. So obviously I wasn't on the card because I shot like a 800 rated round, but Calvin said he told Grady, he's like, don't throw a mid range. And he said Grady walked up to him and goes, I'm sorry. And then he walked up on the tee and threw the mid.
Oh,
Again,
God.
like I did, got the birdie on that hole, and then the rest of
Yeah.
the round went trash. So
And Calvin busted out a 1093 rated round for that event.
yeah. Woo, Calvin. Cool. Whatever.
I
Calvin's
guess you threw
just
drivers, right?
Driver
He's-
hyzers, man. Right-handed.
Yeah.
That's what
he's
you got to be
tall.
down there.
You know, you gotta be tall. You throw the hyzer. It's easy if you're tall.
That, of course, sucks.
Are we gonna be able to get Calvin sometime next year on a tree strike? I think that would be hilarious if we get you and Chris and Calvin out there one time.
I think he
For
would
one
be
of those.
totally down. Because we had talked about potentially him doing it at Delaware with us, but he
Mhm.
he had another obligation. But I think he
Yeah.
would be great at it.
I'm going to force y'all at some point to go back to our original layout, which was you lose that disc.
Yeah.
Because I think that's more entertaining, knowing that hey, this is the shot and this is the disc. But if I hit a tree, I won't have it anymore for the rest of the round.
What if
My
we do
goal is
both?
to have y'all have an empty bag or be playing with one disc by the end of the round. That's what the people really want to see.
What if we compromise and give them what they really want, which is you lose the disc and it's an OB stroke?
Oh.
Empty bag and over par. Who doesn't want to see that? You guys need to bring a trash bag that we have to put them in. We don't even get to carry them.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
well, when we were first thinking about it, we were going to be like, all right, you can only bring 18 discs, and if you hit a tree, it's gone. Like,
Yeah.
so be like, can you even get through 18 holes?
Delaware
only
would have been
carrying it
so
to this.
bad.
Oh my
Delaware, we
gosh.
would have been like, we would have been jump putting down fairways. It would have been
Yeah,
garbage.
Right. Then we're like, all right, where's the entertainment in that at that point? Like, it's not. Then it just gets weird. But we'll figure it out. We've got some stuff in the works for next year to keep that franchise kind of going and get it bigger and better. So
Yeah.
we've got some ideas, and we want to continue to bring you guys on because we think you two are just gold together when you're out there on the course.
It's a fun format. I think people like to see. I think people love seeing how Chris acts with me
Yeah.
because you don't see that with Chris.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, Chris is like that all the time. He's a terrible human being. Trust me. He's kicking people's disc OB all the time, but everybody's like, "Oh, Chris is so nice. He's so quiet." I'm like, "You don't know him. You don't know him."
He was pretty smooth with that. Where was it? A Vintage Open where you roll the disc at him and he just kicks it up with his feet and then kicks it out of bounds.
And then just kicked it like sideways roundhouse OB. I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me, bro?"
That was pretty smooth and buttery. I was like, has he played professional soccer in Europe and he didn't tell anybody? Like that was
Right.
there was some
Right.
skill
I'm
there.
pretty sure. Yeah, professional indoor soccer.
Comrade has a confused look on his face.
I accidentally
He's
opened
like, "What is
12
soccer?"
tabs.
I don't know what soccer
I'm
is
close
either.
enough.
American
Conrad, what
football.
year was that for South Florida? Was that 18 or 19?
That was 18.
Okay. Phew.
I'm gonna have to go look that up later on tonight, like that before I go.
It's
sleep.
on. It's
I'll
the
pull it
disc golf guy coverage. It's
Oh,
terrible.
Terry got it.
Yeah, he got it. It's on video.
Okay.
And Kobe, my buddy Kobe Geis, who
Mhm.
played that tournament, he's one of our homies. He did commentary with Terry, and he's just
Mhm.
roasting me the whole time, like ruthless, just killing me. And then Zach Arlinghouse, little Zach.
Yeah. Yep.
Every time I go to Idlewild to stay with him and his dad, I walk in the front door, and that little turd face has South Florida Open coverage on the TV, and he's turned around looking at me like, I'm just like, God, bro, you suck. He thinks it's the funniest thing ever. He's like, look at watch, and like he'll fast forward to a hole where I have like a 12-foot putt, and I'll just airball it into the water. He's like, I remember this. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, Zach. Thanks, man. So fun, man. Thanks.
Zach is was he juniors world champion 2019 or something?
Yeah.
Something
He
like
was he turned 16 the week of the tournament while he's in Emporia, and he won 18 and under, which is pretty dope.
Jeez Louise.
There's a lot of talented kids in that class, all that are playing Open now. Kevin Kiefer, who's a really good player down in Florida. There's this kid, I cannot think of his name. He plays for Discmania now. Elijah, what's his name? He's a really good player too. Elijah something. I just can't think of it. Harper Thompson from Nashville.
Yeah, we filmed Harper
That
a couple
field was
times.
studded, man.
We filmed Harper at the Mega Bowl almost every year.
Yeah, I watched Gannon Burr play Junior Worlds like back in 2017 when he was like, I don't know, 12, however old, I don't know, 11 or 12. He was a killer. I think he won his division by like 30 plus. Had been playing disc golf like 2 years, year and a half.
Was he still like 6'3" at 12 years old?
Yeah, still had the same form, like had the same perfect form. Kid's good. They're all so good. This YouTube generation, man, it's impressive. They have all these tools and like knowledge to their fingertips, and they absorb it and they go out and they're just 15, 12, 13 years old, just perfect form, throwing bombs, killers, man. It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, they have limitless resources at that point. Like there was a discussion, you always hear the discussion about, is Climo the GOAT, is Paul the GOAT? And then there's another school of thought that we haven't seen the GOAT yet, because the more the sport grows and entices kids, and they'll see it on ESPN and be like, oh, this guy's got a $5 million contract and Paul's got a $10 million contract. It becomes a viable option. And then all of a sudden the kid that, is playing Little League picks up a disc and is crazy athletic. All of a sudden they could be like winning 6.
Oh no.
What is this?
You failed it.
What is this? What's happening here?
Oh no.
Oh, this is
I'm having like the worst day of my life, bro. You ready for it?
Easy.
Ready for it?
No. No.
Oh man. I was like, well, I'll go again.
See, but that's one of those. That's one of those AM kicks.
Didn't notice that did splash in the water. That is wet.
Oh, there's a huge splash. You'll just have to check it out. Big splash. Make that one, please. God, barely.
Oh, that was the double bogey?
Double bogey. Yeah. Don't worry if you're listening to comment. Yeah, there's Grady. He's probably thinking, man, this round is so bad. And then like he has the exact same round next day. Or actually later that day. We played 2 in one day, I think.
Oh, geez.
Man, good times. Good times.
But that's an example of, we were talking about, you get those AM kicks. Like that could have easily just hit the cage, popped
could have just stayed. It didn't have to skip and flare off. I mean, they're nubs. They're nubs on the basket. Well, how does that skip off those? It's ridiculous.
That's a rough one.
I know, man. I know.
Yes, we're definitely watching that coverage. We may actually have a after show watch party with that, because that looks like a good time.
It does.
You should have to take a shot every time I take a bogey. You'll be wasted.
You get hammered. Great. Are you? I know you probably have started to look at your schedule for next year. Are you looking to do all the big NTs and DGPT elite events and all that for next year as well?
Yeah, I need to look. I haven't looked that closely, but I'm going to do something very similar to what I did this year, which is, I would say probably like 85, 90%, probably 90% of the big events. Still pick and choose. I don't want to be on the road for 10 months. Like I said before, you got to find that balance. And for me, I just can't stay on the road for that long. I need to go back and forth, but I'll play majority of them for sure again.
For a traveling pro like yourself, like some of the bigger A tiers that you see in the country, like Mid America, what's the one that they have over in Minnesota, like Blue Ribbon Pines, that event that they do,
Majestic,
yeah, Mega Bowl, Hub City, Lake Marshall. Well, Lake Marshall's a Silver Series, but what entices a touring pro like you to be like, oh, I can go to that event and it's still, it's an A tier, but it's more low key? Like, is there certain criteria that you're looking for that kind of helps you get to those events?
I think the 2 biggest things for me is where they fall in the schedule. Like, is it on the way, or is it on the way home from something, or on the way to something? Yeah. But for me, it's really, do I want to play that course? Like, will it be enjoyable? I go out of my way and play places I want to play. That's something the last couple of years I've tried to make a conscious effort of doing, is not just playing everywhere because everybody does it. Like, play where I want to play.
Yeah. Any courses that you kind of avoid?
To be honest, like seeing that the tour starts at Vegas,
Yeah.
like it makes me want to roll my eyes because it's just on a golf course. There's nothing
Yeah.
special to it, in my opinion.
Mhm.
I think it's pretty boring. And I've played well there before. I think I finished 13th, 2018 or 19. Like I can play well. It's
Mhm.
disc golf is all about, giving yourself opportunities, putting the disc well, and you'll place well. But I don't know. It's just not very fun. It's not enjoyable to me. I don't think anybody really would say it's enjoyable, but it's a pro tour, so everybody goes and plays it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a golf course. They're all the same pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, I mean those were the big questions we had lined up for you. I guess one that always pops up or that we hear a lot from AMs and all that is in terms of improving your game. I know we did a one disc one tip with you a little while back and kind of talked about some of the consistency stuff, but what's one thing that any AM can do to kind of help improve their game? And it doesn't
Yeah, you
have to be
remember? Do you remember the outtake from?
yeah, I sure do.
You
Dynamic
remember that?
Discs sponsored player.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I started thinking about that earlier and started laughing while you were talking.
But yeah, what's one thing that you think any AM could be doing or should be doing to kind of help improve their game?
I mean, I think something that's very important that doesn't get talked about a lot, I think, is your headspace and like how you approach things. If you're approaching with like a positive mindset, even like people try to learn stuff, right? They see a tip or something they hear and they try to implement that and they go and they play a tournament, right? And then they have a bad weekend. And then they just get super down and they think like, that didn't work. This is and it's like anything that's worth doing, like it takes time. Like it's all a process. It builds. Like there's no quick fix. So I think keeping that positive mindset and knowing that, believing in yourself and not beating yourself up. I think it's so common to hear people like they miss a putt or a shot and they're like, God, what's that? You're trash. You're garbage. You're the worst disc golfer in the world. Like that's just,
Yeah.
I hear it a lot. And I think that's one thing people do is they beat themselves up. And that's the worst thing you can do because if you watch coverage, even the best players in the world make mistakes. It's like everyone does it. It's just, are you going to beat yourself up or are you going to bounce back? Even like I talk about like you take Ricky and Paul, these best like two of the best players in the world for like the last 10 years, right? Or 8 years or whatever. They're telling themselves, I'm going to make this 40-footer. And even if they do miss, because they do miss sometimes, that doesn't say they don't tell themselves, oh my gosh, I missed a putt. I'm not a good player anymore. Like they step up to the next putt, I'm going to jam this putt. It's kind of like that shooter's mentality in basketball. Like you can't be worried about, missing 10 in a row when you catch that next shot, like, or catch that next look. You're telling yourself you're going to make it. Positive mindset, positive reinforcement, I think is huge in learning and trying to get better.
Yeah, they always say a shooter's got to shoot his way out of a slump. It's kind of the same thing with disc golf.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite quotes I've ever heard was Kobe Bryant. He I forget what it was about, but some guy in a game, maybe a teammate or someone on the other team, like went 0 for 7, had a bad shooting night, and he said, "Oh, I'll never go 0 for 7. You're gonna see me go 0 for 25. Going 0 for 7 means you gave up and you quit." And I like that. I like that. It's just like you can't be discouraged. I mean, your coach may not like your 0 for 25, but it's no big deal.
Yeah, it's that Mamba mentality. I guess the only other question I had was a 2-part question. One is a serious one, and one is not so much.
All right.
Have you ever seen Chris eat? Have you ever seen Chris Dickerson eat anything other than chicken?
I have.
Oh, okay.
He is known to eat cheese pizza.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And the other part was,
he likes corn on the cob. How about that? I'll give you a couple crazy ones.
Ooh.
He likes corn on the cob.
Okay.
But I don't think he loves to eat corn that's not on the cob.
Okay.
But he really like go to barbecue place, so he loves corn on the cob. And the one that is the craziest thing to me, because I know Chris well, I know like texture is a big thing to him, like, and even for me some, but I know Chris like doesn't like weird textures, whatever. But he likes the Mexican dessert flan,
Oh, I
and
love some
I don't
flan,
like
dude.
flan. I think flan is weird, dude. But he
Oh.
likes it, and when I saw him eat that, and I was just like, I just stared. I think I was like, "What you eat? What are you doing?" Yeah, he likes flan. How about that one? What
Okay.
about it? You could give someone like 100 guesses, and they wouldn't guess he would like that.
Yeah, I can get down with that. I love flan. I'm Puerto Rican, so we've had plenty of flan.
It's not my thing. It's not my thing.
Not everybody can be right. I get it.
Yeah,
I totally get it. And then the other one would be, since now that Chris has abandoned the step putt, if you guys were both at 45 feet
mhm.
and you had 5 chances, who's making more putts from that range?
That's close. That's close. 45. Like I feel like just outside the circle to about 45 feet is like where I really, really love to have that circle two look. Without his stepper, just doing his normal putt. I mean, he's been, the footage from Hub City, he definitely caches some circle two looks.
Yeah, no
So
kidding.
I'd say it's pretty close. I'd say one of us goes. I'd say you'd see 4 out of 5 versus 3 out of 5.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe 5 out of 5 versus 4 out of 5. I don't know. That's close. Because I don't want to tell him he's going to win anything. I'm going to say I beat him. But
Right.
that's close. I guess it depends on the day. Who's feeling it? Who's not?
Huh. All right. I feel another challenge.
I like it
for the channel.
I'm in.
Kind of putting challenge.
I'm in.
Okay. Cool. All right, well, Zach, we wanted to give you some time to take the floor. Anything you got going on, anywhere where these guys can support you, where your social media is, how do we follow you?
Take it away, yeah, man. I mean, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Dude, I'll just say Twitter is fun, man. It's the following on there, like the disc golf scene is disc golf Twitter is where it's at. It's very entertaining. I enjoy it. But yeah, I'm on the social medias. Come follow me. I actually have one of my buddies who runs the local disc golf store, Throw More Disc Golf, thought it would be funny, kind of like fun to start a Zach Melton collector group on Facebook.
Okay.
And we actually just hit like over 500 followers, and I'm about to do a giveaway on there. So if you want to get a part of that, I think I'm going to be giving away a bag and some different discs. Going to have a couple different winners. Brand new bags, been used like one round. Combat Ranger, I believe.
Dang.
Yeah. So come follow. I'm going to do a giveaway. Like that's pretty cool. I didn't really think it would grow to that, but people are hype about the Maverick and other things. So yeah, it's pretty neat to see people, want to follow along. But yeah, I mean, breaking news, if you want it out there, I fully expect to be back with Dynamic. So, thanks them for their support. The Tour Series Maverick, I expect to have it back. That's what I want to have. I love the disc and have great feedback from people. They love that disc. And then Well Sachs is a sponsor. Throw More Disc Golf store, Tri-Fi Disc Golf. They're big supporters. I was sponsored by Dope Disc this year, an Entangled Biome. West Coast company is a DIAC program, and then I don't know the best way to call Entangled, but hooked me up with tinctures and CBD stuff to help with muscles and everything like that. They support me, so supporting them helps me out big time. So thank you to them for this year. And I don't know exactly what we have in store for next year, who I'll be representing, but I would say most of the same people. But we'll have to see where that goes, kind of chase those leads down. But yeah, just thank you guys for supporting my sponsors who support me. It's big time.
Yeah, absolutely. If people want to get discs from you and all that stuff, is the collector group a good way to get a hold of you, or do you have any more discs that they're looking to offload?
Yeah, the collector group is a good way to get a hold of me. I try to be real active in there because those are people like, who are, repping either my Fusion X Maverick or Lucid X Maverick or discs I've had in the past stamped up. So I try to be real active on there. I probably will post some for sale soon, and then I sometimes use Throw More Disc Golf Store's website.
Okay.
I post stuff for sale in there sometimes. So yeah, social media is a good way to follow and see what I have going on. I usually try to post and let people know where stuff's available or what. I think might have some Christmas themed well sacks coming out soon. I think Tina is gonna have those dropping on her website, and then I'll have some on me. So yeah, be on the lookout for that.
Sweet. All right. Well, there you go. You guys
Wait,
got
I have some questions.
Oh,
Tree
wow.
Strike Challenge, keep an eye out. We'll be back 2022.
For shout. For shout.
Yeah,
One of my questions is, Zach, did you paint that painting that's behind you?
I did.
Oh.
I painted that this morning while I was reading. A little painting on the side, just multitask.
So have you ever thought of recording yourself paint paintings? Has that idea ever crossed your mind?
That's a great idea. You think people would watch that? No.
I don't know.
No.
It's worked in the
That's
past for others, so I mean, you never know.
That's a great idea,
Are you sick
We'll
of
have
the
to-
Bob Ross
yeah.
comparisons yet? Like, are there days where you're just like, enough, guys, enough?
Who? Who's that?
Oh, there's this guy on
Bob
PBS.
Bob who?
Roberto Ross. Roberto.
Yeah.
Ross.
Robert. Yeah. No, I mean, it's funny because I can tell when people say it, they think it's like the first time I've ever heard it, So that I get a kick out of it, and I always give a different answer. I told this lady at a gas station in Virginia, I leaned over and I was like, he's actually my great uncle, and she was like, oh, dude, she thought I was serious. Like I went with it. I don't know. I always act like who, and then someone feels like they have to describe who Bob Ross is to me, and then it's fun. I mean, I've had Bob Ross socks gifted to me. I rock those. I wear them. I mean, it's funny. It's funny. I get it. But it cracks me up. People like think it's like, oh my gosh, I bet you've never heard this, but
that's so great.
My last follow up question here is, apparently you're a fan of The Office.
I am. Yes.
So, what character in The Office are you most like?
Dang, who am I most like? I think Jim, man. I'm all about pranking people, man. Of course, I'm gonna get the girl. Like, it's good looking. It's all there. No, the pranks. Dude, the cold opens with the pranks is like I could just watch those in a row. I'm all about it. I don't know. What are you? Do you all watch the show?
Oh gosh, I'm rewatching it again. I'm on season 5 already. I'm like, when did I get past the first 4 seasons so fast?
Yeah, my wife and I actually just downloaded Peacock so we could watch the show Yellowstone.
Yes.
Right? First of all, that show is killer. So good. But I saw that The Office is on there. You best believe I'm about to rewatch it for like the 7th or 8th time. Like we're going to go through it. Who's your all's favorite character?
Oh gosh.
It's such a hard question, right? When people ask me, I'm like, well, let me give you my top 5.
Yeah, that's probably easier to do. I love Dwight. I can't get enough of anything and everything Dwight does.
Yeah.
Jim's pranks, like the Asian Jim prank is still by far one of the most funniest moments.
When she kisses him and Dwight's face is just like, I don't know. Kevin kills me, bro. Kevin is like so underutilized, but anytime they use him, it's just like he's so funny.
I just saw a meme where it was Gordon Ramsay yelling at somebody in the background. It's Kevin with his chili spilled all over the floor, and he's got a chef's hat on.
Yeah. What is it like? I forget the episode name or whatever, but it's like where Andy's trying to like make sales with people, or whatever, and like Jim and Stanley, they all bail on him, so he's got to get like Kevin and Creed and all them to help him out. And like when Kevin like does the intro music, just starts running around the office, and then he gets like out of breath and has to sit down. He's trying to talk like those little things are just like it's so dumb but so funny.
And I was like, it's fun. Like the more you watch it, the more you pick up on stuff. Like
nuances.
Yeah, I never like realized like what Creed is doing in the background in so many episodes. It's just like so funny you don't even catch it because of everything else that's going on. Like,
Yeah, if you're looking for a good podcast, the Office Ladies podcast.
yeah,
It's got Angela and Pam. They
And
do
Pam,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. And so what they do is they just do like a breakdown of each episode, and like they tell you all the behind the scenes stuff that happened. They usually bring on a guest, but like they'll tell you, like they go like frame by frame of the episode and say, like, if you watch right here, you'll see like, Jim in the background like cracking up, and like, so going back and rewatching stuff after I hear stuff like that, you see it. You see it. Like, I don't know. Do you have a favorite episode or a favorite part? The knock knock joke with
the KGB.
Yeah, bro, that one, like, I can watch. I don't care how many times I watch it. I laugh like it's the first time I've seen it, bro. Like when Steve Carell's face like lights up and he smiles when Jim says knock knock.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good.
That is a good one. The one of the older ones where Packer took a dump in Michael Scott's office, so they're trying to figure out who did it. Like, that's one of my favorites.
They like lock Kevin in the office. Remember, he like shuts the door and he's stuck in there, bro. He's just dying.
The bat
so
episode
good.
always does it for me when he traps the bat over Meredith's head with the bag.
Yeah.
Like there's so many good ones. I just rewatched the wedding episode 1 and 2, and I'm like, oh man, like again, you just pick up on stuff like Kevin having to wear Kleenex boxes for shoes because they destroyed his old ones. They stunk so much.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they threw him out because of the smell. When he walks back in the roast episode where he gets his feelings hurt, and then he comes back in at the end, when he tells Kevin, like, I couldn't decide between a fat joke and a dumb joke, boom, roasted, kills me. And then Stanley is like, your heart sucks and you squash your wife during sex. Kills me. I'm dying.
Boom,
dying.
I could never. I want to know if that was because somebody said that Stanley didn't know that line was coming and he was legitimately laughing.
Legitimately laughed, yeah. Yeah.
That's so good. There's just so many episodes that, like, those seasons are awesome. I'm not a big fan of like the Robert California seasons. I think those were like,
dude, he's weird. I've got a buddy who it's like that's his favorite character. He loves Robert California. I'm like, bro, he is weird.
Yeah, he's I don't know. He
I don't get it.
Yeah. What about Will Ferrell in it?
I thought they would be better than they were, but now that I'm rewatching them, like maybe I'll pick up more stuff on it too. But when I first started watching, like, I guess I had high expectations because I love a lot of what Will Ferrell does.
Mm-hmm.
But some of it just kind of fell flat on some of those episodes. There were some good ones.
Good thing he didn't last long.
Yeah. But then like you just started getting like with the stuff with Gabe and then Nelly, and like they just started bringing in like some characters that just kind of drained some of the energy from some of the scenes.
I think Gabe is pretty funny. Especially with how everybody hates on him. He's like weird at first, but then when they start being mean to him.
That's true. It does get better. But I can't get enough of just Toby getting crapped on every episode
all the time.
Michael. Just the one where he's where Michael's in court with Jan and they're doing the deposition about them firing her, and Toby's trying to talk to him over lunch, and Michael just spills his food off the table.
He just pushes it off and just walks away. There's I saw a clip like on Instagram where apparently like everybody who was ever manager, there's like a scene where they scream at Toby, and it just showed them all back to back to back. It's like Jim, it's like Dwight, and everybody that was Andy, they all just scream at him, "No, get out of it!" That, and he's always just like, "Oh, let me."
Yeah, when Michael calls him a lemon head, and he's like, "You are a waste of life, and you should just give up." He's doing sensitivity training.
He says some
I want to say to you,
dude, horrible. Yeah, all that podcast, you'll find out that like he wasn't even supposed to be an actor; he was a writer.
Really?
Yeah. So him, Ryan, and I want to say Mick Kelly, they were all in the annex part because they were all writers. So that way, when you had scenes with everybody up front, they didn't have to be on set working. Like, because a lot of times, like people, even when there's a scene of two people talking, like if you're in the background, you've got to be there the whole time, even though you don't do anything. So that's why they had them separate. Boom. There you go.
Damn, I have to check out that podcast.
It's good. It's really good.
Things you learned.
Jay Garcia, you can't be serious. You know what The Office is. Somebody in the chat.
Get out.
come on, what's The
Get out,
Office?
Jerry.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Jerry? Y'all watch? Did you ever watch Parks and Rec?
Oh yes,
Because
Oh,
the
yeah.
creator of The Office made Parks and Rec. Dude, that show is great too.
It was.
Great.
I went on to binging. I'm still deep. Like I was watching 4 or 5 different series that had a similar feel at the time, and Parks and Rec was
Mhm.
one. While I was
Yeah.
watching The Office and Community, and I forgot what else I was watching. But yeah, I love all that kind of stuff, man. And we may or may not do some of that stuff while we're on the road, also, where we're maybe watching stuff on the phone when we shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But
It's
come on.
fine. It's acceptable if you
Yeah.
do it, but don't do it. But
right, you know what it's like to be on the road for that many hours.
Mhm.
definitely.
All right. Well, if we don't wrap up now, we'll probably never wrap up with you because I could talk about The Office for
fair.
another 2 hours.
Absolutely.
So
So, are we going to have him assist us with this one giveaway?
well,
What
I don't know
do I
if you
gotta
have the disc. I don't know if you have the disc on you or whatever, but we'll pick out a
He
winner.
says
and
it's
then-
in the car, so but he described it. So, but we'll have him pick the number.
Oh yeah, pick a number
Wait,
between.
I got to tell him between what? Between what?
Okay, I was about to say
pick any number.
987,000.
All right, so we got to click refresh 987,000 times
Yeah.
to get the winner.
No, between what?
Well, this is
I'm getting there.
This is the monthly giveaway. So anybody $5, any $5 or an above Patreon supporter, which
Conrad,
So
which
we have
disc behind you
13,
is your
a
favorite?
number between 1 and. You know what? I'm not even going to do the random number generator. A number between 1 and 13.
My middle school football jersey was number 8. There you go.
Number 8.
Yep, I was
Number
quarterback.
8, we have Steve McHale.
Let's go,
Hey,
Steve.
There you go, Steve.
I don't know
So
you,
he
Steve,
is
but
the
let's go,
winner.
Steve. You're welcome, bud.
I don't know if you heard before, Conrad. Zach asked which disc behind you is your favorite.
Yeah, what's your favorite, man?
Um,
Ooh, that face. He's like, oh man, I got to pick one.
well, it's easy because there's not one favorite. It's
He's gonna do the whole
that
one
entire
mold
row
thing. Yeah.
is Pures.
The whole top one?
Yeah, but some are missing because we went and did a challenge. So some of my Pures are in here. Wait, where's the
Okay,
camera?
okay.
Yeah. So I have something like 32 Pures. So
Dang.
I would easily say that that's probably my my favorite disc.
Okay. What's your favorite one, though? There's got to be one.
Yeah.
It's probably my double H disc. I'm not sure if
Double
this is it or
ace.
if I have it. It's this one. Yeah, I think this is it. This is my double ace pure.
What plastic is that? Is that moonshine?
No, that's
Oh, it's
opto.
just an opto. Just an opto.
Yeah.
It's a lot of ink on
It has
that
a
thing.
twin.
Mhm.
Its twin is also an H disc, and it's
R-
in the box. This pure is also an H disc.
Dang. He ace it all the time. Well, he's shaking his head like,
Oh, he's shaking his head about that ace in particular.
Oh, he's so mad.
Off a tree, rode the branch down, and somehow ended up in the bucket without hitting a chain.
Without making a sound. Like
Yeah,
we did,
it was a silent ace.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
No, it's not, Zach. No,
That's
it's
pretty
not.
awesome, man. It's so awesome.
It is. It
Pretzel
really is.
day.
Hashtag bless.
Yeah, Sean Brown brings up the Pretzel Day episode. That's another good one.
Oh yeah. There's a really good deleted scene where Stanley and Michael like bond over their pretzels. It's in the extras.
Yeah, the Peacock Network has the Superfans episodes.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so
Ooh.
it's like it has I know like season 1, like a 30-minute episode is like 48 minutes because they'll leave in all the extra scenes.
Dang, I'm about to be up till like 5 a.m. tonight.
You're welcome.
Thanks. I can bust out the first couple seasons.
There you go. All right, so Steve McHale wins our Zach Melton giveaway. We'll get with you, Zach, on getting the disc. I don't know if you can ship it to him, and we'll just send you the money for the disc and the shipping and all that stuff.
I'll ship it to him.
Sweet. We'll get you all the info and all that stuff once we contact him. But
It won't have my name. It'll say from the best lefty.
That's fine. So he'll just assume it's from Chris Clemens. Cool.
Come on now.
We all know. Now, we appreciate you for sure coming on. I know we'd spoken about this a little while back, and you're like, dude, I want to be on the show. And we're happy that we made it happen, and I'm sure we're going to see you quite a bit next year on the road. And watch those Zach Morris's trash things on YouTube.
Okay, definitely. I already know I'm in, but I'm going to watch it because that sounds funny.
We want to make that happen for sure. All right, my guy. We will let you go. Appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks for having me, man. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you, buddy. We'll see you out there next year, and be dynamic.
We might see him sooner.
Maybe. Could be a secret.
Oh, the secret event. Yeah, we need to figure that out. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, Zach. Thanks, bud.
All right. See you, fellas.
See you. Zach Melton is trash. Oh, I already got so many ideas for that series. It's going to be good. It's going to be so good. Zach Melton, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in on that. Such a fun guy. We've had the pleasure of interacting with him pretty much at all the big stops that we've been to this year and some of the not so big stops. But
yeah,
he's always super cool.
One of my favorites, really is.
Yeah, legitimately just one of the funniest dudes out there. He should have his own podcast. He's got stories for days too. If you take him out to dinner,
you'll get the dirt.
He'll tell you some stories.
Well, I don't know. That's not unique to him for some reason. Disc golfers have a good memory.
Yeah,
like comedians and disc golfers have like the best memories. They remember everything that you do, and will make it funny whether it is or not. So you got to be careful when you're around them.
Good or bad, they'll remember it. Like that always blows my mind. I forgot who it was. Was it Elaine King? I don't remember if it was Elaine King or Juliana Korver. I think it was Elaine King. We were talking about how disc golfers have such incredible memories, and they'll remember every shot and every disc that was ever thrown in any tournament round. And she's like, "Yeah, I can't remember what I threw last week on whatever tournament I was in." So she's like, "That doesn't apply to me." But for the most part, like every disc golfer we talked to, like, yeah, it was 2006. It was a 14-mile-an-hour headwind left to right over my shoulder, or coming towards my shoulder. And I threw the Eagle X and it popped up and hit the third branch on the right and clipped down. Like, how do you remember this?
Like, not even just remembering, like, I can go back and have a little gray memory of a tournament that I was in or whatnot. But the one that got me was German Colling. We're at Hub City. He's on hole 17.
Mm-hmm.
He yells at someone on hole 18, "Hey, so-and-so, you remember that shot 2014 at this place at such and such? This one's for you." Like, how do you remember other people's shots?
Yeah.
They called it out on the course. I don't.
It must have been miraculous or stood out. Like, unless it's a really great shot.
Yeah.
And even then, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, didn't you do something at some place at some course a couple years ago?"
I'm lucky if I remember that I played with you. So just don't even think that I remember a shot.
Yeah, definitely not. All right, so we got all we got left is just the bigger quarterly giveaway.
All right.
For our Patreon subscribers again, and this one is if you are a $10 a month or above Patreon supporter, you qualify for this giveaway. And you saw the first one was out of 13. This is an even smaller list. So if you're not jumping in on the Patreon bandwagon, we do these giveaways quarterly, and it's usually at least 2 discs or like the value of 2 discs and other stuff. And we've got quite a few things going out for this one. We've got a beanie hat, a disc, a koozie, stickers, a bunch of other stuff going in there. So you could win. Your odds are really good. Like really, really good. We've given a lot of stuff away. So go on over, check it out, patreon.com/AceRunPro. Starting at $5 a month for less than the cup of coffee or 2 cups of coffee a month. You could win plastic or more. And it helps keep us on the road.
Yeah, that's right. Wait, that's right.
What? I think it's like 5, right? Something like that. 5, 6.
I thought it was 5, but for some reason I see 4. Let me go back. Make sure I didn't inadvertently delete anyone.
Okay.
No, yeah, there's 4.
It's 4? Okay. So you have a 1 in 4 chance of winning. Bam.
All right, so random number generator, 1 through 4.
Vote for show.
How many times?
Let's do. We've done three tree strike challenges, and Zach won the third one. So let's do the third number.
First number is 2.
Hmm?
Second number is 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the third number is also 4.
Well. Who is lucky number 4?
Sean Medina.
Medina hasn't won in a while. Sweet. Medina just bought a new truck too. He got rid of the Jeep. Now he's back to that truck life.
He got the truck, so now he's gonna get. Oh, you know what we didn't do?
What didn't we do?
We didn't show them what they were gonna win first.
You're gonna win some stuff. Congratulations.
We'll send you some stuff. You'll have it. It'll be yours. Nothing from up there though. Nothing from up there.
Yeah, it's definitely. It'll be worth your while. It's always worth your while. We always say that the quarterly giveaway is at least a 2 discs value. Nice wintertime Pro Diggy hat. He's moving stuff around over there. A frostbite open thing. A towel. Oh, wow. I'm getting kind of fancy, right? I know I've got a Ace Run Pro sticker. I've got a koozie and I think a bottle opener. Little thing that you attach to your bag. And I had it here. Oh. I was watching the mic'd up round that we did with Luke Sampson and Noah 5 Ash and Mike Smith. So in honor of Noah 5 Ash, I grabbed a Gateway Spear, which he was throwing on there to give away. Brand new Gateway Spear. Bam! So that'll all go to Sean Medina for being the quarterly winner. So there you go. You get a truckload of stuff for a minimal investment, and your odds are tremendous. Tremendous. And again, it helps keep us on the road. We did, or I did, I don't know if you saw the email from Alan from Infinite, but we are in preliminary talks to go ahead and get another
batch of discs
with the Ace Run Pro stamps again that you guys blew out of the water. There were 280 discs stamped, and they all sold. So
except for the few that we still have that we haven't put on the site yet.
Yeah, I think we.
So if you're seeing this, you may want to check out the AceRunPro.com store. We do have some discs there. Mm-hmm. We're starting to put up some merchandise, some shirts and things, and we plan on expanding our offering there in our store as another way for you to show us some support and help keep us on the road, doing things, eating meals, things like that. Gas, memory cards.
Eating while out there is
microphones,
is important. Yeah. Ask Zach Melton about making sure you're eating.
Yeah.
Before you go out for a round, so you don't get double bogeys and stuff down the stretch.
So you don't lose eight strokes through. That was brutal.
Yeah. But it's the same for us. So you're on the catch cam life, so you get a little bit more time to snack on stuff. There'll be times where I'll be 6 or 7 holes in and I'm like, oh, I haven't touched my water bottle yet. I need to really get on that because you don't get a moment's break. But we did also want to thank everybody that's reached out to us. We did put up a post about looking for some possible interns to kind of expand the team for 2022. We did have a couple of really high-level people reach out to us that seem like they're going to be some possible good fits. So we have started the process of reaching back out to those people and just kind of getting a feel for, if it'll be a good fit and seeing what the opportunities are to work with that. So we're trying to grow the team a little bit more to potentially bring you an even better product. We are constantly trying to improve the product and bring you better and better production value and all that event over event. So all those little things like the Patreon or buying a disc or a sweatshirt, all that stuff goes pretty much directly back into the business, and we turn that around to try to improve everything that we're doing for you guys. So trust us when we say that every little bit really does help.
And it's not too late if there is something that you believe that you can bring to the team, to us. Let us know. Let us weigh the options of being able to bring you on and see what we can do.
Jay, Jay Garcia is asking if we can do a Tom B giveaway. We will never, ever give away a tomb, ever. At least not for my stash. I'll tell you that much. I've only got 2. One concrete blend and one glow C blend, and they're not leaving my side. I'll tell you that much. You can ask Jaybird how good the tombs are. Oh, you're talking about a stamp on the dude? Are you kidding me? If we put a stamp on the tombs, I'm buying them all for myself.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't get the say on exactly what gets stamped. There's they give us some ideas of what they have available, and we run with that. So if they have some available, man, you know what disc I would buy all of if they had?
Tomb.
If we had some the P blend Incas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. So good. They wouldn't even make the site. I'd be like, don't even bother. I'll make another shelf just for them.
Yeah, certain molds.
So good. It's so good. It's so good.
We're hoping to get more Pharaohs. That'd be great. The Pharaohs did really, really well. I think the Centurions would do well. A straight 7-speed. Everybody would love that in their bag.
Yeah.
Alpacas would do well. And then there's other manufacturers too. It's not just necessarily Infinite brands. Like they give us a couple of runs of Raiders and Pures also. So yeah, we'll definitely keep you guys all posted as soon as we know what molds they're going to be on. We'll start shouting that out and letting you guys know what's available. But yeah, that's always fun. That whole process, it blows our mind that we're even at this point where we can do stuff like that. That's really awesome of Infinite, and we appreciate everything that they've done and continue to do to work with us. So we look forward to continuing to grow that partnership more and more. Make them available. I wish. The tombs, I don't know. We'll see. We've talked about that with Kessler, is that they're at the mercy of Innova.
Yeah.
Running that mold because it's single proprietary mold. Yeah. But that's the tomb is their proprietary mold, so it's not based off of an old Innova mold. It's an Infinite exclusive mold.
Yeah.
So for them to dedicate the machine to just run tombs means that Innova can't be using those machines to run another mold that they've retooled or whatever. So that's why there's been more of a limited amount of tombs. Once they're gone, they're gone. There's an Infinite disc collector site which has some on there, but you're not getting a tomb in premium plastic for less than $40 or $50 right now, which is crazy. But we'll let you know. We'll keep you posted. We definitely, if there are tombs, we're gonna be like, we want tombs with our stamp. Cool. All right, 10 o'clock, 2 hours on the dot. I don't have anything else that I can think of besides one last push. We are trying to break the 5,000 subscribers mark on our Instagram. We are less than 300 away. I think we're like 270 or something away. So if you haven't already followed us, head on over to Instagram, and we are at Ace Run Pro, like you see on the screen there. If we get past the 5,000 mark before the end of the year, we'll do another giveaway. Why not?
Another giveaway?
Another giveaway. We'll just give stuff away. We've got this here and
Yeah.
this there. We've got hats. We got koozies. We got a bag. All kinds of stuff we can do. If you guys really want to get crazy and push that number, well, maybe we'll give away a bag and some other stuff. Who knows? We can do what we want. There's no limit to what we can do.
All right.
Good?
Good.
Well, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. This was episode 12, allegedly, season 2.
Season 2, episode 12, the last one for the year. And with that, we will say, let's run it.
Let's run it.